Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter fucking Joseph here for another video right here. Guess where? Right here on the official Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels down there inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media. I'll get it out of my mouth. That's what she said. But follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you need to get slapped in the face. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that motherfucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss that, or any one of my videos, you do need to get slapped in the face. And you're SOL. And you know what that means? Ha! And we move on with that. So, like, share, subscribe. You can leave a comment if you wish, but if you can leave stupid comments, automatic ban, automatic block, you're out of here. Go cry me a river, bitch. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Something for the weekend. Alright, so it's the final weekend of winter. Thank the Lord. And, well, today was a very warm day, about 70 degrees. You know, there was a little bit iffy that it was going to be a little bit cloudy, but the sun came out today. And, I went for a nice little walk in the park with the missus, and I had fun. And, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit chilly, but then it's going to be sunny, but so I can, I got to go out early in the morning, because I gotta do some errands in the morning, but then I'll be back for the afternoon. I got nothing really to do, because it's the weekend. I'm off, so. But, yeah, tomorrow night I'm actually going out, so. And Sunday for Sunday dinner, as usual. But, anyway, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit chilly, but then Sunday's going to be about 60, and then the bottom falls out. And, that's pretty much it. There was a rumor that it was going to snow next weekend, but those rumors are pretty much extinct. Because as of, about 4 or 5 days from now, the official start of spring will hit, and it won't feel like it. Not even gonna feel like it. It's gonna feel like late winter, maybe a touch of early spring. I mean, we got like 50 degrees, but it's gonna rain like crazy next weekend. Especially if you're in Florida. 4 inches of rain next week. That sucks. In one day, I might add. But we'll see what happens with that. So, batten down the hatches in Florida. And here in the Northeast, we're getting about an inch and a half. Maybe 2 inches. But, yeah, it's going to be one of those, all weekend rain events. So, next Friday and Saturday are not going to be good. So, if you have plans for next weekend, which is the first official weekend of spring, and it's Palm Sunday, the troll's favorite holiday, right? Because that's all you can use is your hand. But I digress on that. But yeah, it's going to rain next weekend. Hopefully not for Easter. But we'll see what happens with that. And then the warm weather will be forthcoming, hopefully by the end of this month, or when we get into the month of April. And we got that. We are actually under 2 weeks away from the baseball season. That's going to be great. Still haven't got the book, but probably won't be needing the statistic book this year. In fact, unless I can find it last minute, but we'll see. But I might just do it off the top of my dome. And we'll talk about the Mets, we'll talk about the Yankees, we'll talk about the Texas Rangers defending their World Series title. All the moves the Mets and the Yankees made, and the injuries that some of the Mets and the Yankees had. There was some good news about Garrett Cole today. big fucking whoop. Judgy Wudgy, big fucking whoop. There is a little bit of good news on Judgy Wudgy, but fuck him. And fuck the Yankees and fuck their disgusting fans. In the ass with a colonic. And, yeah, just fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck all you Yankee fans. You ain't going anywhere this year anyway. So, I digress on that. So we got that coming up. Hockey's just about to, wrap up in, about a few weeks. We got that. March Madness is beginning pretty much this weekend. I think it's this weekend or next weekend. Selection Sunday as usual. Because it's St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. So, the brackets will be out by Monday. Or at least by Monday, but I'm not doing the pool, so I could care less. Bips you, as always, but we move on with that. So, yeah, a lot of sports coming your way, and that's pretty much it for that. But right now, we're going to talk another sport, and that is the sport, and it is a sport of professional wrestling, and it is time, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday evening, getting close to Friday night, March the 15th, the Ides of March, 2024, March the 15th, 2024, we're 45 minutes away from SmackDown in Memphis, Tennessee. Yep. Dwayne will be there. There's a possibility we're going to get a rock concert. Oh, that's going to be great. And, oh my... I am loving The Rock so much right now with his heel run. I know it's going to end probably at Mania, but... Or maybe after Mania, but we'll see. But man, he is really roasting Cody Rhodes and his family. I mean, he went after Dusty. He went after Dustin, Goldust. He went after Cody's sister, Teal, who, was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Now he went after his mom, Michelle Rubio. Oy, oy, oy. and made fun of Cody crying on Raw. Like a little bitch that he is. And, all the Cody cry bitches in the crowd, too. So, Rock will give us more of his excellence coming up in about 45 minutes from now. He's going to respond to the slap heard around the world, even though he did that on Instagram. So we got a part 2, I guess. Roman's not on the show. He'll be on the show next week. I think Dwayne will not be on that show, but he will be back pretty much for the last 2 SmackDowns before Mania. March 29th and April the 5th, which is the same night as a lot of things. The Hall of Fame is right after that. Rampage is after that. Supercard of Honor the same night. I think Under Siege that night. WrestleMania week in full effect. We got that. We had news that GCW Bloodsport, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, Stephanie McMahon, hi Steph, met up with Brett Lauderdale, the owner of GCW, and the news came out today that Shayna Baszler is going to be making her GCW debut inside the no ring, no ropes thing for Bloodsport. Don't know who she's going to fight, but we'll see what happens with that. But that's part of the collective during WrestleMania weekend. Joey Janela. She's gonna kick my ass now. I don't care. I gave him a Gilmore card like 2 months ago, so I could care less. Anyway, Joey Janela's spring break that weekend. Wale Mania, where Shelton Benjamin will be the actual special guest there. That's gonna be cool. And like I said, Supercard of Honor, April the 5th, same night as Under Siege for TNA. That too. And then we got Stand and Deliver at 12 o'clock, April the 6th. And then later that night, night 1 of WrestleMania, and then April the 7th, night 2, and then the Raw after WrestleMania at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then pretty much we're on the road to France in early May for Payback. And then after that, 3 weeks after that, we're going to Saudi Arabia, where we see the Blood Prince, I believe for Night of Champions. And we'll see what happens with that, and that whole Memorial Day weekend is going to be crazy. Night of Champions, NXT Battleground the next night, probably going head to head with Double or Nothing. That's going to be insane to watch. And then as well, they got the Memorial Day Raw. I don't know this Collision the 25th, I believe. Well, we'll see what happens about that. Speaking of Collision, there will be Collision this weekend. Next weekend, no Collision because of the NCAA tournament. Rampage not on Friday night, so SmackDown by itself on Friday night. But Rampage will be live this coming Wednesday after Dynamite from Toronto. So 3 hours of AEW wrestling. That's going to be good. And we'll see what happens with that. Everything will be on TBS. So next weekend, all you're going to get is SmackDown. Nothing else. Sucks. And that's pretty much it. But hopefully the week after that, like pre-Easter week, right before Easter, we should get hopefully we'll get Rampage and Collision back on TNT at its normal schedule, but depends on how the NCAA tournament goes. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. But everything else should be, well with WWE-wise, pretty much we're going straight to Stand and Deliver. Oh, sorry. Stand and Deliver. And we're also going to WrestleMania. But we got about 3 weeks to go before we even get there. But right now, it is time to talk some business, if you will. And it is time for your AEW Dynamite Big Business Review. Alright, for March the 13th, 2024, and we are emanating from the TD Bank Garden Arena in Boston, Massachusetts, or as it was known on Wednesday, Boston. And it was the debut of the beautiful Mercedes Mone, otherwise known as Sasha Banks, the Boss. And we got that. But we'll talk about Mercedes in just a second. We had Samoa Joe and Wardlow for the AEW World Title. And some, maybe another match for Dynasty coming up in April. So, April 21st to be exact. So, we'll move on with that. Alright, so as always, our commentary team on Wednesday nights, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, my good friend, and hopefully yours too, Tony Baloney Schiavone, and the biggest Met fan I know next to Kevin Kelly, who got fired, and he's gone from the AEW roster, and that is Chaz Red Hook brother. And we'll talk about Hook in a little bit when we move on with that. Alright, so big business wasn't so big, Al. That's what she said. But, 801,000 views coming off 780-something thousand the week before that. That was Okada's show. So, even with Mercedes Moné coming in, they got bumped up like 20,000 views, which is not great, but hopefully in the next coming weeks they'll pick it up a little bit. Now that Mercedes Moné is in the women's division, hopefully Britt Baker's coming back, Jamie Hayter. Maybe more women come in from Ring of Honor. I don't know. I got that. Adam Cole, Bebe, possibly be coming back by the summer. He is out of his walking boot, which is a great sign. But still, he has to do rehab, which I don't know if he's doing rehab. He's going to start the rehab now, or I don't know, Jim. But I would think he's probably 2 to 4 months away. So I would think Adam Cole could come back by Forbidden Door, or most likely for All In or Out. By August, I think he'll be back, hopefully full time. But we'll see what happens with that. But he's out of the walking boot. He looks great. You know, he's still doing his Twitch channel, kicking Final Fantasy VII's ass. He's farther than me right now. He's like on, I think he's on chapter 8 or 9. I don't know what chapter he's on. I'm on chapter 5, which is insane. The game is great. The only drawback I have is the fucking card game is just like, pfft. Queen's Blood is hard as fuck, like my dick. But I'm trying to get the hang of it. But minigames, minigames are pretty damn good too. You know, getting all the sub-materias and everything else. You know, and then they bring in the Gasterium from Final Fantasy X, which I think is great. That's a little bit hard. You gotta grind a lot to get all those abilities for all your characters. That's how Final Fantasy X was, and Final Fantasy 13 was, 13-2, and I think 15 and 16 as well. But who knows what the next game will be? Well, the actual Final Fantasy, not remake Final Fantasy 8 or whatever. But we'll see what happens in the world of Final Fantasy. What's next besides the third installment of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy. Don't know when it's coming out, but it might be next year or early 2026. Because there's already downloadable content for Final Fantasy 16. There's a second part coming out after that. Probably sometime in April or May for all you Final Fantasy 16 players. Don't know there's going to be downloadable content for remake. Not remake, sorry. There is remake. Rebirth, but we'll see what happens with all that. And then, pretty much, we're fighting God Mode Sephiroth in the next game. But we'll see. We'll see. But please, for the love of God, if you have a PS5 like I do, and I'm not showing it off, so you can fuck off, or as Dwayne would say, off in the direction you can fuck. And down is the direction you can sit. So sit down, shut up! And that's pretty much it. I ain't showing you shit. You know you can do. I'll show it. You give me a lot of money for it. That's what I gotta say about that. Because right now, the only thing you get is this. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so let's talk big business, my friends. Alright, so we start the show off with Renee Paquette in the back, talking, hyping up the event. And then we see a car come in. I don't know, I think it was a white car. And pulls into the arena, and the door opens, but nobody comes out. But I think we all know who's most likely in that car, and it's the woman who I'm going to talk about next. Alright, so we go to the arena, we're waiting to see when Mercedes Mone will come out. And then we hear her music, her drum looks great. Theme, I could have changed the theme a little bit, but still, great presentation for Mercedes Mone. She comes out, dubbed the CEO. That's higher than an EVP. So if I were you, Nicholas and Matthew, I would be worried. Alright, so she comes out looking amazingly fucking hot. Down boy! Down boy! Anyway, so she gets in the ring, she has to wait a while, because the fans are like, CEO, CEO, welcome back! Because she's in her hometown of Boston. So she finally gets the mic, talks about how great it is to be in her hometown, and how much magic, we're gonna be seeing. Not the Orlando Magic, but magic. So she says wrestling has given her hopes and dreams with people like Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat. You know Sasha, right? You were her inspiration, Eddie. Oh, no, she's great. Yeah, I love Mercedes. Can I call her Sasha? Or you can call her whatever you want. We just can't call her, no, Mamacita. Because you have your own Mamacita. Oh, that's okay. But I love Sasha. She is great. I wish I was only alive to see her. I would give her a big hug. I bet you give her a big hug. Just don't do it in front of Joni, okay? How you doing, Joni? Joni, how you doing? Treat her right, or kick your ass, Eddie. Oh, I treat her like she does what Latino eat every night. We have sangria, we have tacos, and, everything. Oh, okay. That's cool. And, you were at your son's wedding the other night, right? Oh, Dominic got married to a beautiful mamacita. Oh, I don't know what he's doing right now on his honeymoon, but I know he's giving her the Latino pero. I know, but I don't know about if Rhea Ripley, might be jealous. Yeah, but she might be getting it with Andrade now. Not like that, but, Andrade's gonna be probably taking Finn Balor's place pretty soon. After WrestleMania. Oh! Did I spoil that? I think I spoiled it. Sorry. Because Finn Balor's gonna go down to NXT to be with the Good Brothers. Gallows and Anderson, and reform the club, if you will. So we got that. Alright, so anyway. So mentions Eddie Guerrero making it feel so special. Those dreams made her the first woman to main event a pay-per-view in the building. It was like years ago. Then she mentions dropping out of school at 13 to take care of her brother, Joshua, I think his name is. No, not that Joshua from War Games. Hello, Joshua. Shall we play a game? Let's play tic-tac-toe. The object of the game is not to win. Or something like that. Global nuclear thermal war. I love War Games. War Games is epic. Great movie. With a guy that looks like me, Matthew Broderick. Otherwise known as Ferris Bueller. Let me move on. Rooney! Oh, sorry. Anyway. And she went to a place near the TD Bank Garden Arena called Chaotic Wrestling. I think we all know what that is. Now she's here, so let's get down to business, if you will. She's looking forward to tearing it up with everyone in the locker room, including the two women in the main event, meaning Willow Nightingale, who injured her foot/ankle last year in New Japan Strong, and when she was about to win the New Japan Strong Women's title, but that didn't happen. They gave it to Willow on a forfeit, and put her out for like many months. And her opponent for the evening, her name is Rio, and she dances on my lap. Okay. And then when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. Pretty much. Alright, but for now, she is now all elite. We got the graphic on the Tron. She thanks Tony Khan for the tweet announcing it. Better not fuck it up, Tony. Telling you now. She'll be gone in 3 months if you fuck it up. But she is the highest paid women's wrestler in AEW, pretty much. And pretty much in wrestling, too, I think. And honey, you done fucked up. That's that. Alright, then her music hits. She starts dancing. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so, great presentation. She looked great. We'll see what happens with her. I think she has her eye on Willow Nightingale to get some revenge. That might be her first feud. Or, well, we'll see about that during the end of the show. And that's pretty much it. But a good start for Mercedes. We're going to hear from her next week, actually, in Toronto. So that should be nice. Back-to-back weeks of Mercedes Mone. I can only hope, well, we'll get that in a minute. But I think we have a possible match for Dynasty with Mercedes Mone. Possible. I'm not saying it is, but possible. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave Mercedes Mone's Gate Butt 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Dynamite. Big business. And we get that. Alright, then we go to the back where we have the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe promising to take out Boylo, whose time has come. And Joe's like, I don't lose titles at the Garden. Well, that could be any garden there, Joe. The Rose Garden in Portland, Madison Square Garden, TD Garden, the Garden of Eden, in the Garden of Eden, baby. Good old Iron Butterfly, you gotta love it. The longest song pretty much in the history of... Well, actually, take that back. That's the second longest song in the history of music. You want to know what the first one is? Way back. Go way back until bands that has the last the guitarist has a former last name of mine. Okay, I'll say it. Echoes by Pink Floyd, 22 minutes. Straight playing too. How can you play the guitar, jamming for 22 fucking minutes? You need a break for that. You're like, oh, I can't play the guitar. My hand hurts in 25 minutes. Especially you play that, and then you play like a medley after. Oh, you need a break unless there's a break in between the medley. But you can't do that doing a medley. Unless there's a part like dun, Master of Puppets, like dun, huh, dun dun dun, huh, my hand, dun 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 dun. At least you get a break. You're tired. You get your hands and your shoulders, Lars, and everybody else. They need a break. God damn it. We'll move on with that. But anyway, all right. So Joe is ready to defend the belt. Which pretty much he doesn't lose it in the Garden. And then we go to story time with Adam Cole, baby! Well, that's my favorite time. Story time with Adam Cole, baby. Alright, so he reads us a story about a man named Boylo who had to fight for his freedom from an evil man, MJF. And he was ready to win more titles, and now he's ready to destroy Samoa Joe and win the world title. The end. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that whole segment 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ring for our first official match of the night. I'm glad this was not at the end of the show to kind of overkill, kind of bore people. But the first hour of Dynamite last night was great. Second hour, not so much. And the end was meh. But Big Business should have been a humongous show. Besides Mercedes' debut, they should have popped off a lot of good matches. Not a lot of them were good. But still. Alright, so Joe defends the belt against Wardlow. Wardlow comes out with everybody in the Undisputed Kingdom except for Adam Cole, who was in Florida playing Final Fantasy 7 on Twitch. So we get the kingdom of I'm Matt Taven, and if you don't like Matt Taven, you're a Melvin. The man who punches people in the dick and gives him a power driver, that's Mike Kanellis Bennett. And the AEW Intercontinental Champion, Fatty! So they all come out to, wish him well. Then they go to the back to have some tasty cookies and catering. I don't know. Anyway, match. This match felt like a burial of Wardlow. Wardlow barely did anything this match. Barely. It's also with Wardlow just beating him up to begin with. On the outside, they go back in. Wardlow hammers away. Only have Joe to chop the crap out of him in the corner. He kicks him down. Wardlow heads up top for something like Whisper in the Wind and hits it. We go to break, come back. Wardlow hits a middle rope shoulder block. But Joe comes back with a knockdown and a back splash. Then they slug it out like big beefy men slapping meat in that ring. Then, Joe, I think, tried a over-the-shoulder power slam. It gets broken up. Wardlow hits his big knee out of the corner for a near fall. Goes up top for the Swanton Bomb and missed. And no, Joe didn't go. Joe just moved out of the way really quick. So Joe hammers away in the corner, only to get power bombed down, and then Wardlow pulls down the scraps. It's time for the Powerbomb Symphony. Loads it up, but Joe reversed it into the Coquina Clutch, and Wardlow was trying to escape, but then he went, ugh. He fell, and then I was thinking he was going to get out of it, and then Paul Turner's like, nope, he's out. I was like, wow. So anyway, in 11 minutes, Samoa Joe retains the belt. Match could have been a whole lot better, but still, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then after the match, we hear the music of Swerve, Swerve when I drive. So Swerve and Prince Nana of the Embassy is also the original. He is the real Prince of the Prophecy, not that other guy. But in any case, they come out. Security tries to stop them. They beat them up, obviously. So Swerve has a big ass chain in his hand, and then Joe just walks away. I'm like, puny chain. And then Swerve's on the apron with his chain. It's like, Joe. He's ready to fuck Joe up. But that might be a match at Dynasty. And Swerve gets he's getting his one-on-one match with Joe. He should have got at Revolution, but Hangman had to fuck it up. But we'll see what happens with that, and I'll see if Swerve will win the belt April 21st in St. Louis. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for the match. We move on. Alright, then we see the new elite of the Young Bucks, the Corporate Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson with their good friend, Kata. So they come down from the executive suite or somewhere in the building. They're not happy with Alex Marvez disrespecting Okada. Oh, Marvez, you should get fired. Anyway, but they promise vengeance on Eddie Kingston, the Triple Crown champion, Pentagon Zero, Miedo, and the returning Pac, that bastard. And then Marvez also has to sing happy birthday to Matthew, so happy belated birthday to Matthew Jackson this past Wednesday. So he's about 35, 36. Those Bucks ain't getting any younger. Now they're pretty much getting close to middle age. Around my age is around middle age, so not an old fart yet, but we're getting there. And we move on. Alright, so I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the match. 6-man tag team match. Starts with Okada and Eddie. Okada brings in Matt before doing anything. So a little bit of, Okada being a pussy, but it is what it is. And then Matt gets hit with one hell of a chop. And then Pac comes in. And they beat down Matt for a little bit. Pentagon comes in. We get a rolling Gilmore cutter, bang, on Nicholas, who only makes Pentagon kick him right in the face a couple times. Then we get an 8-8 power slam by Pentagon for a near fall. And then something like a what's up? Send Matt rolling to the outside. Okada comes in to have a chop fest with Eddie. Sets up that big drop kick, and they pan out as usual. Then a triple strike in the corner puts Eddie down. We go to break, come back. Matthew dives into an explosive suplex. Okada and Nicholas break up the tag attempts. Eddie then fights up again, gets the big hot tag. And then all 6 men are in the ring. Pentagon and Pac hits stereo flippy dibbity-doo to the outside, and then sets up a top rope double stomp on Nicholas. And then Pac springboard 450 gets a near fall as Okada made the save. Okada hits a DDT on Eddie Kingston, and then Matthew hits a wheelbarrow faceplant on Pac. Pentagon then hits a Mexican Destroyer on Matt, but Nicholas takes him down. And then we get the old low blow in the nuts. I think by Okada. I forgot by who, but Okada hits Eddie with the Rainmaker. And bing, bang, boom. Good night, Eddie Kingston. In a little over 12.5 minutes. But still, pretty decent match. And I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And then we find out this coming Wednesday night in Toronto, Eddie Kingston and Okada will go one-on-one for the Continental Classic title. Not the entire thing, just the Continental Classic title. And it was announced by Eddie Kingston himself on Ring of Honor last night that he will give the Funky Chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, a world title shot, which he rightfully deserves. Because he was supposed to get it, I think, last year, then he got injured. So, now, 1 year later, he's going to get it, and he's going to win, hopefully, the world title, and do it for the man up there, Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy. That's that. So, Mark will hopefully, finally win that brass ring he's been trying to get his entire career. 20-some-odd year career. And hopefully by April the 5th, he will become the new Ring of Honor World Champion. And we shall see pretty much what happens with that. And we move on. So Eddie will probably come out of WrestleMania weekend with the New Japan Strong title, and I'll probably lose that too. To who? I don't know. And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to Tony Baloney in the ring with the best wrestler in the world right now, and that's Will Oceanspray. Bruv! So, he comes out and does a great promo saying, I spent years trying to be like Bryan Danielson, who is one of the best ever. He's seen him doing things to hurt his body over the years. Those concussions, and that has him wanting to see what happens when they face each other at Dynasty. He said it's the best wrestler ever against the best in the world today, and Oceanspray is ready to show he is on another level, bruv. And then he said something like he is the feeling, or restart the feeling, something like that. Don't stop the feeling! Okay. By, Justin Timberlake. Can't stop the feeling! Can't stop the feeling! Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna sing. Now it's probably gonna get clipped. I don't give a shit. I sing way better than half of you people do anyway. And, that's pretty much it. Alright, so, Oceanspray's promo, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. Bruv! And that's that. Alright, then we find out that Deonna Purrazzo is going to be challenging Mariah May. Ooh, Mariah May, how you doing, hottie? And Timeless Toni Storm. Darling. In a tag team match next week, and a partner to be named. I know who it is, and you don't. Sorry, got a cold. We'll find that out tonight, but I just probably bloated it out. She's from the graveyard. And that's it. Alright, so we got that this coming Wednesday, a tag team match with Mariah May and Toni Storm taking on Gianna Prazo and a partner of her choosing. Well, I think I already mentioned that. We got that. Alright, then we go to Jay White, the Switchblade. Be with Switchblade. Taking on... Hi, guys. I'm in the hospital right now because I got my ass kicked by Jay White in this match. I can't feel my legs. And I'm gonna try to... Next month, if my leg heals, I'm gonna climb Mount Everest and I'm gonna do it for you guys. Because I'm so emo, guys. I come from Seattle. I weigh 150 pounds, guys. I like Nirvana, guys. I live in my car. So Darby. So it's Jay White, Darby Allin. Match was pretty good. Darby's got his shoulder and back all damaged. Still selling what happened at Revolution when he went through real glass. Jay White has the Ass Boys in his corner. So it went back and forth. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. It didn't go that long. A little over 12 minutes. But, yeah, Jay White was beating the fuck out of him. Darby crashed and burned like 5 times. It was crazy. But we're getting in the end. Darby goes for the coffin drop to the apron. But hit said apron. Ow! And then Darby's basically knocked out. I think it was Bryce, the referee's counting him out. Gets the 9. And somehow Darby's like he looked like he couldn't even get up to get to in the ring. Somehow he just pops up, gets in the ring. I'm like, okay, and I was like, okay. And then Jay White just picked him up, hit the Blade Runner 1, 2, 3. I'm like, why did you just stay outside for the count out, idiot? Anyway, I thought the finish was kind of dumb. But still, the match was alright. Gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Jay White goes to Pillmanize the leg of Darby. And then the Acclaimed come out. Max Caster, Anthony Bowen, and Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. They stop the Pillmanizing. And then Billy Gunn starts yelling at Jay White. He's like, what are you doing? We're supposed to be friends! Right? And then, he gets to take away the bat from Jay White. He turns around to yell at his kids, Colton and Austin Gunn. And then Jay White, hits him right in the nuts when he turns back around. Then the Bullet Club Gold reunite as heels again, which is great. They destroy the Acclaimed. And then they go back to Pillmanize Darby's ankle, and Jay White, BAM! Snaps that ankle in half. And that's pretty much how Darby is off TV to do the Mount Everest shit. So they rid him off. You're out of here. Get out of here. We're going to Pillmanize you. Get out of here. And that's pretty much it. But I am so fucking glad the Bang Bang Scissor Gang is no more. Now, I just hope they don't unify the trios titles, because that'll make no sense. Okay, I mean, Ring of Honor's not going to have a 6-man tag team division again, I guess. They're just going to get rid of that belt. I mean, not that there are many 6-man tag teams in Ring of Honor. They just got people that hold the belts for 2 years and they barely have any opponents. Right there, Wheeler Yuta. That's why you haven't been on TVs for so long. Besides being injured. He hasn't been on TV in like 2, almost 3 months now. That's a good thing, but still. He hasn't defended that belt ever since he beat Shibata. And Shibata, speaking of Shibata, he's going to be on Collision on tomorrow night, taking on Bryan Danielson. That's going to be a fucking epic match tomorrow night. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, oh, no more. Bullet Club Gold is back being heels. And hopefully now Jay White can stop being a schmuck and be what he was in New Japan, which was like a machine. And we'll see what happens with that. We'll move on. Alright, then we go to a tag team match play. We have the Gates of Agony. We have Bishop Quan and Toa Leona. By themselves, for some odd reason, no Prince Nana. And what the hell are they wearing? Anyway, they take on the new team of Jerichook, of Lionheart Chris Jericho, Le Champion. He's still, he's coming out with his ECW theme. I guess we're not going to sing Judas anymore. That sucks. So anyway, Jericho teams up with Send for the Man! Hook! Get in here, Hook! Hook, ladies and gentlemen, he is here, the FTW champion. So they're teaming up for the first time to take on the Gates of Agony. And they put on a pretty decent match. Getting to the end, Hook hits a suplex on Toa Leona. And then Bishop Quan's fireman's carry Gutbuster gets a near fall, but he gets knocked right back down. Hook knocks in the Red Rum, and then we get a Walls of Jericho combo. Interesting. And then Jericho lets go to take out Toa Leona, who's trying to stop it, and Bishop Quan just tapped out in under 9 minutes. So Jericho Hook, Lion Hook, whatever you want to call it, they get the win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then later on, Jericho meets up with Hook in the back, and, he wants to face him one-on-one for the first time ever next week, and Hook's like, I'm down, dog. That's it. So we got Jericho and Hook next week on the program. And we move on. Alright, then we go to a special interview with Renee Paquette and Kyle O'Reilly. Auto Parts. Talks about how banged up he was for about a year or so, and now he's all healed up, and he's just wondering if he can hang. But we're gonna find out this week on Collision against the bounty hunter Brian Keith, and then the Undisputed Kingdom come in. Roddy. They're asking him, how he is, and Roddy's like, so you're gonna do this on your own? Well, good luck. So they wish him luck. They leave. And then Kyle's kind of like, they hug and everything. And then Kyle's like, having second thoughts. I'm like, yeah, doing this on my own. Because he hasn't been on his own since like 2014. Yeah, pretty much 2014, 15. After him and Adam Cole broke up, Future Shock. That was a great tag team. The feud when they broke up was even better. That Hybrid Rules match at Best in the World, I think it was 2013 or 14. Whoo, boy. I was there for that. Rosa was next to me. We were watching it. Freaking Adam Cole's tooth came out, spitting blood. It was nasty. The fans were loving it. That's what basically the night that Adam Cole Baby was born. It was amazing. Amazing night of action. And I have it somewhere in my DVD closet. I'm not going to go get it, obviously, but I have it somewhere. And we move on. So we're going to see what happens with Kyle O'Reilly in his first solo match since a couple years ago. And we got that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Riho versus Willow Nightingale. And then we see little meeting up with Mercedes Moné. She's like, Konnichiwa! So Mercedes wishes her luck, and says, "I can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to fight you, and good luck in your match." And Rio's like, "Thank you, ta-ta!" And then later on, they went to have sushi. Probably, I don't know. Well, we get that. Let me move on. Alright, so then we go to your main event. So the women started and ended the show. So I thought that was pretty nice. Alright, so we have Willow Nightingale versus Rio. Pretty good match, Rio using her speed against the bigger, larger Willow Nightingale. Who just basically whipped Rio's behind. Hits the pounce! It basically wasn't even a pounce. She just Rio just jumped up. Well, what are you gonna do? Goes for the flip dive off the apron and missed. Ow. Rio then hits a stomp off the apron. Then goes up top with another top rope stomp for a near fall. Willow comes right back. And plants Rio. And then Willow takes the straps down. Uh-oh. But she had stuff underneath, obviously. Because she is pissed. She picks up Rio, who basically weighs 85 pounds, soaking wet. Hits the Babe with the powerbomb. 1, 2, 3 in just under 9.5 minutes. Willow gets the win over Rio. Which kind of stops Rio's momentum. But, which momentum are you going to break? Willow has some momentum. Even though the whole thing was Statlander and Stokely. Blah, blah, blah. But Rio was on a winning streak. But, something had to give. So, what are you going to do? Anyway, I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, after the match, Willow is celebrating. And then the lights go out. And you know what that means? Sabu! No, Sabu did not come out. Julia Hart and Sky Blue come out for a distraction, like a 2-on-1 beatdown. So Sky Blue runs in the ring for a cheap shot from behind. They're about to go 2-on-1. Julia's about to hit Willow in the head with the belt. But then Mercedes Mone comes in for the save. I don't know what Chris Statlander was. Probably grabbing a hot dog or doing something with Stokely. Don't ask. I don't want to know. And that's pretty much it. So she saves her. She knocks out Sky Blue with a forearm. And then her and Julia Hart meet. Foreshadowing for the TBS title. We'll see. And then Julia tries for a kick. Mercedes blocked it. And then she takes out Julia with Bankrupt. That gory bomb maneuver she did to Kyrie and almost the first time she messed it up. Remember that last year? But anyway. And that's it. And then we get a lot of dancey. And, Willow shows some respect for now. But, Mercedes is watching. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that ends Dynamite. I thought Dynamite was a pretty decent show. Wasn't great, but still pretty damn decent. And I give it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, I'm going to go because SmackDown's about to start. And I will be back later tonight over on my Kill the Demons channel for your SmackDown and Rampage review. So, a 2 for your Friday. And tomorrow, you're going to get a triple threat Ring of Honor, TNA, and Collision review on your Saturday, your St. Patrick's Day weekend, and then Sunday, pretty much I'm taking off, because it's St. Patrick's Day. Not that I celebrate it, because even if I'm part Irish, I don't really give two fucks. I'm probably going to eat corned beef, a little bit of corned beef on, and maybe some potatoes Sunday for Sunday dinner. Rose is going to have the cabbage and everything, because that's how she is. But, it should be fine. And, we're going to have fun. We're going to have, talk. We're going to have fun. And that's pretty much it. So, on your Sunday. And we're 2 weeks away from Easter. Can't wait for that. So, The Easter season is upon us. Spring is about to start next Wednesday, and we got that. All right, let me just change to channel to SmackDown, and we are live from Memphis, Tennessee. All right, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your motherfucking cookoot. And if you're not down with that, well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Adios, bitches. And that's it. See you later. Peace.